to the medical community.
We'll tell you what scientific advisors are saying and how this could all affect the larger vaccine rollout. Protesters wanted an arrest. They got one.
That is textbook second-degree manslaughter.
The officer who shot and killed Dante Wright has now been charged. What will it mean for tensions in Minnesota? America's three biggest adversaries are China, China, and China.
The Chinese usually do what they say that they're going to do.
The new global threat assessment from intelligence leaders and what they think of pulling troops out of Afghanistan. From ABC News, this is Start Here. I'm Brandon Milkey. If you've got a deck of cards, maybe try something sometime today. Shuffle that deck and deal 5 cards off the top. And think about how likely it will be that those 5 cards will happen to be a royal flush. Statistically, you can do this exercise about 650,000 times before you hit that royal flush. From what we've seen so far, that is still about twice as likely as the chances of getting a blood clot from the Johnson & Johnson vaccine.
We're going to start with that setback in the race to vaccinate America. All 50 states have now paused Johnson & Johnson shots.
This temporary halt affecting about 1 in 4 vaccine sites in this country giving the Johnson & Johnson one-shot vaccine.
But when the CDC and FDA recommended that all 50 states halt their distribution of this vaccine, those blood clots suddenly loomed a lot larger in the public consciousness. After all, this is a vaccine that's already been given out 7 million times, and the plan was to administer tens of millions more.
I believe your question is, did we pull the trigger too soon on this because it was such a rare event? Well, you know, our FDA is internationally known for their capability of making sure that we have the safest products out there.
The message from Dr. Anthony Fauci and others was, scientists just need a hot second to see if this is a bigger issue. If maybe certain medications don't jive with this specific vaccine. Hopefully the pause is just a few days long. Well, yesterday, the states...
No, I am listening.
...see if they could resume a group of government advisors convened and
You loved me and you didn't know it.
would last at least another week. Let's go to ABC Stephanie Epps, who covers federal agencies in Washington. Stephanie, what was this hearing and what were the takeaways?
Yeah, Brad, so this committee is the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices.
Thank you all, and welcome to the virtual emergency ACIP meeting of April 14, 2021.
They are a group of doctors, physicians, infectious disease experts, vaccine experts from around the country coming together basically as the CDC response team. They don't work for the government.
I don't know.
They just advise them on these matters. They look at the data.
Thought we were friends at least.
It's really how the system is supposed to work.
Yes, thanks. So the questions that we brought before ACIP today.
During, maybe.
ACIP has enough information to make an interim.
Right, you wouldn't really talk to me.
Based recommendations.
So in this particular case, CDC and FDA called on them and said, we are implementing this clause. We need you to look at what we know to decide what to recommend. Are you going to recommend it be
I may have tried
closed
once or
market? Are you
twice.
gonna
It doesn't
recommend
suit
go
me.
back to what we were doing before? Or are you going to recommend that basically the information
'Cause I have,
to get the
class.
be changed, so maybe it's only available to men or women over 65
Give me a
or
break.
people who don't have a certain medical
There's just some
condition.
places you don't go. You don't go to people who...
Correct. There was one case
I don't know.
of a 25-year-old man from the clinical trial in Johnson & Johnson that had a similar condition. But in all of the cases since it has...
Must be her, God. She is way oppressed. Look at that. I don't know. I hope... No offense. I hope the amount that you can take is more than the amount that I can take. Well, he's got bigger shoulders than I do. I can't take it all. Well, thank you. Not necessarily. What did Ann look at you like? I had a high chair. I had a little table. little thingy. I know, it's probably wood. It's a wooden spoon, wasn't it? It's a wooden spoon. It wasn't one of those. Spatula. Whatever you call it. Pretty sure it was a wooden spoon. It's possible I'm wrong. I think it was a wooden spoon. I remember asking, but no, or no. Just was no. I just don't remember doing that. Right. I wouldn't kill children, so you took my brains out. I don't know. You ask the children to forgive you, and you know that you're not acting under your own decisions. You are acting the adults' decisions out. What do you do? Oh. I don't think it does, though, if you want to know the truth. If you're a young child and you are made to kill a child, either they're holding your hand to put the dagger down, or they're torturing you to do something, and you're not acting under your own decision. Apparently, I wouldn't kill children, so at the age of 4, they removed the spiritual center of my brain above my right ear. And I guess I wouldn't kill children after that either. As far as I know, Dr. Richard Hexter, who was a neurologist, did the surgery. He was a German. I do think he spoke with a German accent, I do. He was my doctor until I was 4. And then I went to a brick building on the way to somewhere. It wasn't in Bay Village, for a polio vaccine, which was a sugar cube. I may not have seen a doctor after I was 4 until I saw Dr. Fagan, who was an ENT, ear, nose, throat. Don and Harry too cheap to pay for a doctor for me, so they took me to a tenant who was a doctor and had him treat me for free or something. But he diagnosed cat scratch fever. I had been bitten and scratched by a cat, a stray, that I had fed bologna and milk to, and then I went to brush him. And he was mad at it, and he turned around. I was in the doorway. And he turned around and bit me, and scratched me with his paw. So I was diagnosed with cat scratch fever. And when Joe Roberts didn't tell me about the exhaust pipes on his motorcycle, and I was sitting on the back, he had taken me for a ride, and I was getting off, and my left calf pressed against an exhaust pipe and burned my leg pretty badly. Harry's answer was to put Vaseline on it, which is, I learned later, the last thing you want to do. You need to give it air, you need to keep it cool. And finally, somebody said we go see Dr. Fagan, so we went to his apartment. I don't think I ever saw him in his office. He was dark hair and dark glasses. Dark rimmed glasses. He had a 3-bedroom apartment. Rosenberg. Sandra Day O'Connor was all about states' rights until it came to the 2000 election, and it was between Gore and Bush. And all of a sudden, Florida's Supreme Court wasn't capable of making enforceable decisions anymore. So she stopped being about state rights and maybe came back to it after she had delivered the convenient or politically pressured or political agenda. Yeah, the Republicans used to be anti-Russian, Russian commies, the left-wing Russian commies. And then all of a sudden, Putin is the mentor of their new president. Lindsey Graham says, I had the crazy notion that Trump would have threatened the senators who weren't in his corner with, I'll kill you and all your relatives, your children, your whole line, maybe your whole line if you don't cooperate. And Lindsey Graham laughed because that may be exactly what Trump did. That I thought even a Republican might have the backbone to stand up to Trump, but if they're threatening his children and stuff, he might not. I don't know if that was... Lindsey Graham says, but you just get in deeper. And you can't protect anybody. Right? Well, God wouldn't cave to blackmail. There's no point. You just give the blackmailer whatever they want temporarily, but, they'll just take something else. No, I just, it wasn't necessary. We didn't have the money. I don't know. $10 maybe? It's hotter than fuck shit. Big fucking deal. There may actually be a difference. Right, the lower atmosphere. Oh, Memphis and Louisiana, fuck. Louisiana was worse. You really do, you need gills. By the way, don't move to Louisiana unless you have gills, because there's so much humidity in the air, you need gills to get any oxygen. I don't know about the humidity, but the heat was fucking horrible. Memphis got so hot, you couldn't swim in the pool where our apartment building. Because the water got so hot, it was like... you couldn't get refreshed in it. So there were certain months in Memphis you couldn't swim in the apartment's pool. Yeah, you just stay inside and turn your little thermostat down. And then I come to Wisconsin, it's like free air conditioning from God. Because I've almost always lived in hot climates, I guess. Yeah. Wendy Judas says it was her delight to watch people cheat me, like electric companies and stuff like that. That you should be respected if you're born a deity. And Wendy Judas says it was delightful to see that no one respected me. I can't wait to be respected, especially by strangers. It just means everything to me. I really need your approval, whoever you are. And I have books in case you don't approve of me. I've got books. No, I did stop looking. I don't know. It's like him, yeah, I'm tired of those shit moving and shit. Whatever. saw her face to face, I think so. She called security when I said I was a target. Would have been after. Just want to know if his name was on a plaque in the cafeteria or something. There was something to note that he had been president of the class, you know? No. I'm not sure. Convince me. Queen of the class. Could be. I don't know. Maybe. 10 million, 1 million, 2 million? I just didn't have an opinion about it. They all make a lot of money. The good ones, the popular ones, or whatever. Right? Begins with an L. Don't it? I'm not looking again. Could be. Oh, Joel Osteen. I hadn't heard any criticism of him. And I watched some of his sermons that he gave at that huge church in Houston. And I liked some of the things he had to say. I remember he was telling people, I think mostly women, just because someone's been your friend for a while doesn't mean you have to keep them. You know? If the relationship isn't growing or if they're not a healthy influence, you know, you can move on. Because I guess people do keep the friends they've known since childhood. You know, through thick and thin, but if thick gets, you know, unhealthy, you need to let that friend go, and I thought that was interesting. And you don't say out loud the things that you're afraid of, he said. And he gave an example, but I don't remember. It was from the Old Testament. Well, there are certain things I don't say. So, when I learned that he wouldn't leave the church open to people in Houston who were, you know, flooded out by the hurricane, I thought that was kind of shitbaggy. And it was the first criticism I'd heard of him or his church. But there was some shit on the internet, like he's, I don't know what they call it, against Jesus, against teachings of Jesus. So he had some enemies in the Christian, from the Christian community in the other places in the country. And that's true. Yeah, oh shit. Liberty University says he's somebody else that looks kind of like him with gray hair parted on the side, salt and pepper with parted on the side. I don't know. Yeah, but I don't remember what it was. But, well, I'm not sure if there's anything I agreed with Pat Robertson in the Christian Broadcast Network or something, CBN, I guess. And I didn't think Jewish people should be subjected to holiday stuff in the Christian tradition. Well, like the Christmas tree at the White House and stuff. Or like days off for Easter and stuff like that. I didn't think they should be subjected to it. It's not their religion. They live in a country that's not supposed to represent any religion. That was a very important part of John Kennedy and before him. That's probably an important part of the Constitution. That they do not support any particular religion. I don't know. That's Lincoln, something address. Gettysburg. Look, I don't know. I'm being tortured. I wouldn't take it as something. Smoke a cigarette. So, well, I would imagine she was fun. Well, of course I would. I'd like to have them back, too, because their voices are remarkable. I guess, not that I know of. Okay. I used to listen to Simon Garfunkel when I cleaned Jamie Fain's house. Her apartment. Wasn't it? Didn't I only meet her after I was busted up? And then after? That was all the before? But you helped me up when I was down. Right. I'm confused. I guess, but I didn't meet Jamie Fain. Well, I guess we'd broken up though, right? I didn't meet Jamie Fain until after I was out of the hospital the first or second time. Probably the first time she knocked on the door and asked me probably if I wanted to babysit because that's what I did. And then she asked me if I wanted to clean her house for $5 an hour, and that was a shitload of money to me. And I did. So I babysat, and I fell in love with Victor. I just fell in love with him. We had a little bond. And, I guess Donna Jean Bachmer-Landsberg couldn't tolerate me having Jamie in my life. So I guess Jamie was targeted. I don't know about Bob. Bob was a dentist. Something like that. Jamie, I can't put it all together. But Jamie reached out to me when I was down. And I remembered that. She put her little faith in me, you know, and whatever she'd heard or something. And it did. It meant a lot to me. I was a loyal friend of Jamie's. I didn't really have criticism of Jamie. Didn't know Bob very well. I guess Jamie got eaten from all sides. Well, in a way. I had never heard anybody criticize Jamie until a neighbor that lived more or less across the hall from her said, well, she's this or that. And I just never heard anybody criticize her before. Because Jamie kind of spun her tail or something. I don't know. It's just, somebody has a different point of view. Yeah, I think I did. So, I don't know, I didn't want to. Anyway, I would listen to Simon and Garfunkel while I cleaned Jamie's house. And it was Jamie and Bob's apartment. And they had Victor. Bob complimented me when I cleaned the shower in the master bathroom. But there was lime or calcium or something, on the floor I couldn't scrub up. And I didn't know what it was, but I couldn't scrub it up. But he thanked me for cleaning the shower. He said it looks real nice, or it's much nicer to go in there now, or something. Jamie was quite a bit younger than Bob, maybe 15 years. And she was quite pretty. She didn't always comb her hair or put on makeup or anything, but when she did, she was very pretty. So Bob got him a young'un. She really was. She was quite pretty. I didn't care. Well, sometimes I think I did, but I'm not positive, because I didn't like to smoke during the day. Oh, so, I don't know. It's possible I got high and then put on Simon and Garfunkel and cleaned the house. But smoking when the sun is out gives me a headache, so I usually, when I do smoke, or when I have in the past, I smoke in the evening, when it's dark out. Because it gives me a headache and it's not enjoyable. So I don't know if I smoke pot or not. I don't know if Jamie smoked pot, I don't remember. That's right. Go away. Uh-oh. I don't know who I pissed off, one of the women, Jamie or her mother. But Jamie liked to cook healthy stuff, like organic stuff or something. And I said to her or mother, or I said it out loud to nobody or something, I said, how do you cook healthy food in a dirty kitchen? Well, I guess that sent reverberations through the state of Israel and the women in the households in the state of Israel. How or why? Why would you cook health food in a dirty kitchen? I just didn't understand. I guess there. Yeah. After I was busted up the first time in March of '81, I don't know how long after, Jamie came and offered me to babysit. And then I think cleaning her house came after that. Young, pretty, he was 15, wasn't it? 15 years older? Somebody told me. I don't want to. Well, Donna Jean Volkmer Landsberg says she didn't want me, earning $5 an hour from Jamie. They may have paid me less than the other employees at the Fruit Bowl. I don't know. I thought it was minimum wage, $165 to $195, and then when I became assistant manager, they paid me $2.25. I don't know what minimum wage was, what the amount was, or anything. They may have paid me less than that, and then apparently Marcovici cheated me out of pay, also, from the meager hourly I made. I know Donna Walden Books was surprised to learn how much I made an hour. You're not supposed to say it to other people, so I don't know if I told her or what. Because you're not supposed to tell what you're making to other people. And I don't know what minimum wage was. It may have been $7.25. I think Paul offered me $7.65 or something. Donna Walden Books may have first recognized that Paul was not an ordinary Fond du Lac-ium, that he was paying me above minimum wage, and he didn't know she's the Holy Spirit. You're supposed to cheat her. I know that it was going to take 6 weeks, and the slander about me was going to crowd around my boss, and I was going to get fired or set up for stealing. Donna Walden Books tried to set me up for stealing. I stopped. Before and after. Did move. On the ladder. Freaked her out. You can't put merchandise in a bag. Anyway, Donna Walden Books tried to set me up as if I were stealing from the store. And I don't know where I put my purse when I was working, maybe in an unlocked locker. And then I sniffed that I was going to be set up for stealing from the store. So she told me, or somebody told me, to lock the locker. And I thought, you know what? She's the assistant manager, I guess. She's going to have the key to the locker. So I brought a padlock from my house and locked my locker with my own padlock, so she couldn't get in it. And apparently that prevented her from stealing. And thankfully it appears that Paul noticed all these things. And somehow my job didn't end after 6 weeks. It was like, it's a miracle. I came home and told Rich, I said, do you know I've worked at that job longer than 6 weeks now, and I haven't been set up to be fired or forced to quit or anything. I didn't want to be incapable of things that the other employees did. I was a little afraid of ladders, a little bit. The wheeling ladder that they have to reach the high shelves of the books, it was like not well put together or something. It was wobbly, or it was a little unsafe. And Paul came by and said, to like the other people, like Donna and stuff, well, she doesn't, you can be the ones to get up on the ladder. If she's nervous, she doesn't have to get up on the ladder. But I don't know if they fixed it or not. They may have. It wasn't as wobbly after, I guess. But I went up on the ladder. I overcame my fear. And then there were these promotional signs you had to hang from the ceiling with a string. You hook them into the panels of the ceiling. And somebody asked me to do it, and I was like, fuck no, I can't get up that high on a ladder. Or I watched Donna do it. It was supposed to be my job one day or something. And I watched Donna do it. She went up to the second from the top of the ladder, that rung. It's like, you don't go up on that rung. Nobody goes up on that rung. You never go up on that rung. But she wasn't there one day, and I guess the signs were in or something. And I'd already been asked to do it once, so I pulled the ladder back a little, and I went up into like the fourth from the top. But since I had pulled it back, I could lean forward and reach the ceiling tile, and I hooked a little metal in and hung the sign. So I found a way to go up the ladder without going up the higher rungs, because you're just death waiting to happen, or serious injury waiting to happen. And Sherry set me up to make it look like I had got an extra sale on those membership things Walden Books did. But I didn't remember doing 5, I only remember doing 4. And I told Paul, I don't think I did one of those. It's all these little things. But some days I'd go into work and all the tension and all that, and even my fear, it was like poof, it was gone magically somehow. Maybe. I forget. So I kept the job, and then Paul was my love, and he was with me all the time. And at night he was my astral plane lover. And I loved him very much, but then he started giving some mixed messages, a little push me, pull you. And I started to get ill, like in my gut. And I just had to quit one day. I was too sick to continue. Whatever you say. Well, I like the UFO visits and stuff. I like that. It was like, okay, thanks. Pull this shit off. Come on, guys. That's wonderful, God. You want to see my asshole? It's got hair growing out of it. I'm sure it does. Nothing. Yeah. Stomach hurts. Can I wait just a little bit? Yeah, that's all you need. 15 minutes. Right. I'm gonna watch it. I got him on 1 or 2. Some. He didn't seem to have an interest in anything musical. No, he didn't seem to. Well, it would have been hard to afford it. But it just wasn't in a passed down tradition family paradigm. We weren't musical children. Piano when I was a teenager, I guess. It was okay. I learned some stuff. And took guitar. I could peck certain songs. Well, he was a wonderful person. He was a wonderful young person. How? I don't remember. Oh, how do I know? It wasn't an issue. We were friends. And he said I looked very nice in a bikini. And I kissed him on the cheek, or he kissed me on the cheek or something. Or maybe he asked. Well, I'm not going to know, but I guess this is it. Well, it helped. He may have had I want to be where my tea is. Coffee, too. Real pain. I don't know. After. It was 2002. Well, apparently. I have no idea where it was. Doesn't matter. I did, because I wondered if anybody else had seen it. Satanism and the JFK assassination. Well, I did, and then I stopped. I didn't remember how to do it exactly. Blah, blah, blah. No Google, no search. You can do HTML code that does that. And so I put it on a page that couldn't come up on a Google search or a search. I think I did that for a searchable page, because there's no point in doing it if you've got no Google, no search. I don't know, they have instructions. Well, you can cut and paste in. No, God, no. Cut and paste, cut and paste, cut and paste. Cut, paste, paste, for a paragraph or something. I think you can do P and it'll give you like one space. P in parentheses. Well, they didn't have them, or if they did, I didn't find them. Well, the what you call it? They offer them now. Yeah. Fuck no. No, it's important, and then they'll show up as little dots. I don't know. Well, your eye needs to, have a certain spacing for a flow and stuff, so you can tell one sentence from the next and stuff. I never took typing, I didn't know. He was all mad. You only single spaced after a period. You didn't double space. Don't you know you're supposed to double space? I probably did it over. I just don't know. Just seemed like a little boy, just waking up all vulnerable and stuff. It was cute. She's a rat fucker. I'm in check. I knew he was there to see if he'd pop my cherry. I didn't spread him. I knew I was there. She stayed up all night. She probably fucked. Let's call in the church. Oh, my hymen. I don't know. Whatever, God. Well, you're pretty fucking scary, mister. You more. That was some hostile, whatever. evil. They're evil people and they all hate me because I saw Harry dead and ruined all their plans to fuck with me. I did want to say goodbye, very much want to say goodbye, but I knew I needed to see him dead. I asked the funeral guy, could I go in the cold room and say goodbye? He said no. That's all, goodbye. I touched him, he was dead. He had lividity. His body sunk. That's lividity. Rigor mortis, I think you're stiff and blue or something. Because I paid attention. Okay, you guys left so many gaps. You're, I don't know. Well, 40 years. I wonder if she thinks it's about me than what we did when we were 5 years old. I was like, okay, that was 45 years ago. What is the problem? I was leading up to something. Satanism is involved in the Kennedy assassination. Satanism is real. There are children being tortured as I write. It's just a notion I had. You shouldn't torture children. You know, they're in your care and they're very vulnerable. And they can recover depending. You know, they do play therapy and all this stuff in which they show signs of being sexually abused and stuff. Well, you know, why don't you just go live in Israel? Yeah, I know. Megiddo, this town of Megiddo. Go to Pukenhagen in the town of Megiddo. I really don't know. My impression is that it's very small. Everybody lived together peaceably, and that's true for Muslims too, I think. Or the Palestinians are Muslims. It was just, everybody got along fine, but they created divisions and stuff. I guess they want some of your land to be Palestine. To be state. To be recognized as a state and have some international rights and stuff. How's on you? I probably ain't. Yeah, that was my issue. Children are being tortured here. He's a Satanist. That's the Kennedy assassination. Anybody interested in the Kennedy assassination? Palestine. No, I didn't know shit about it. I just liked the movie and admired you and liked your character. Palestine and... Right. Oh, 138. Arab League. 7-7 International. Arab League. Partially recognized state. Okay. Maybe. Well, I didn't know shit. I didn't know anything. I loved the movie. I really did. I thought it was very good. I liked your character. I thought you were very pretty. and it was like a moving photo. Buzzhead. I did dots. I'm not positive. Well, it must have been. I don't remember. The paper was expensive, but Don and Harry forked over for it. So, $16 for 10 sheets or something? I don't know. I don't remember. I looked you up before, during, or after. Well, you had a name in advertising. So, some people do honorary classes kind of thing. They're honorary professors or something. What's your politics? Peter Zorn. I'll just do Peter Zorn. You loved Emma Peel. I watched it some. I was very young. Yes, I did. I saw the poster. Peter Zorn? You look like Peter Zorn, I think. No, Peter. He looks like Peter. Old and fat. This could be Peter Zorn. No. Okay. TGA's that. Okay. Dark hair, dark mustache. Maybe. Copy image, save image, copy image, save image. Well, I don't know. Did you have a PhD or something? I don't know if you were a professor. A legitimate name in advertising. I think he said so. Magazines and stuff. Fuller face, dark hair, mustache. Full mustache. A second. So your left eye turns outward. That would be his left. That was the dark one. So, it means your left brain is dead and you're a spiritual person? Right eye is left, so you get to be spiritual. Here's Peter's one. I want all now. There's one. I don't know. Yeah? Okay, Peter's on advertising. I think advertising. Whoa, 40. So in 80 he'd have been 40. That's about right. Alton Road, Miami Beach, and Robin Altman. Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Wow. He beat cancer. I thought men do get it. Oh fuck. Art. I do believe I've found my man. Sandusky, Cedar Point. Copy. Alright. I want that. Oh, I need to copy it. Mm. 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 Oh, what's the question? Alton Road. Not sure. Big road. Big important road. Miami Beach, Miami Beach. Fingerprints, fingerprints. It was a little police statey. Don't give me a fucking break. Stephen mentioned University of Miami. Seymour Ancestry. Do you have a website? Here we go, here we go. Where am I? Okay. Get it all. Peter Zorn. Answer. Okay. Happening. Okay, Westinghouse. Gee. General Electric, I think. Carnegie. Mellon Scaife is a Carnegie or something. Pioneering design. Three Rivers Stadium. What do I say? Yeah. That's right. No, I don't know. Wonderful time in my life, and you were so supportive. I don't know. I just thought she might be Wendy Holman. Something, little hints or something, I don't know, programming. She is pretty butt ugly. Well, right. Alright. Oh, fuck, now what do I do? Okay, save. Yeah, I would. So, you're the dot man. Well, you're a fucker. David Levine's one fucking mean fucker. No, I did not. No, I did not. Believe it or not. General Electric out, right? Troy Gandy? Trey something. Not, I missed a couple hours. Well, as far as I could tell, and you just put up with it. Yeah, you need a nap. You need to throw your TVs out the window. Stuart McDonald. Stuart. Athens! Department of Commerce, Department of Agriculture. Grumman Aviation. American Packaging Corps, among others. Stage. I want to become professor of art. Graphic design. I thought you were visiting. 1993 as a tenured full professor. I didn't know that. I didn't know any of that. Grabowski Associates, the senior graphic. Peter is still in Tom Graphics. Still employed to see Tom Grabowski. Polish. Royal Caribbean. What was it called? It was $99. Oh, fuck. Botanical Garden. Yep. Dems is all the dots. Peter joined Stephen Bowles in the film department to write a series for screenplays. Florida City, small Paul Lazarus, Westworld. Well, I don't know. Jeanette Arnett. Janetta. Boys Don't Cry. Shepherd. Was not. What's his name? Begins with a C. Here's our founded. My major. Lowe's. Port. Victor Krakengoss. Attleboro, Mass. I see. Smith. I see. Polish dogs. Well, it kind of had to be, but no. Oh, that was my... A C, I think. There's got to be some, there have to be some rabbis who are good guys and study, you know, the Talmud. As far as I know, it's just one of the same books. Well, I never opened it. Well, I've seen a Talmud. I don't know if I've ever opened one, so I don't know if the wisdom books are in there. That's what they call them, Ecclesiasticus and stuff. All is true. Good man dies is buried with honor. No, bad man dies is buried with honors. A good man dies hungry. They both receive the same whatever. I didn't read it when I wanted to cheer up. Vanity, vanity, all is vanity. Yummy. Do you skin them and use the pelt? Well, it's wonderful. At least you're making use of all the parts. I read it somewhere. Baby fat candles. Well, I assume there's an iron cauldron. It's supposed to be the winner. Good guys win. Pretty much, you got a bunch of dots. Yeah, well, does she or doesn't she? That's it. Houston Stewart. Well, how did he come back? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Where am I? Somewhere. There. Peter Zorn was connected to the Cox Science Center. Cox is Cox Communications. The Cox Science Center at the University of Miami. That's Cox Communications. That's where Richard Annie Jr. worked in New Orleans, Louisiana. Peter Zorn is connected to the Cox Science Center. It says he was a professor at the University of Miami and retired with full tenure in '93, I think it said. I thought he was just a visiting temporary professor or something. He had said I was told somehow he had a name in advertising. I see. He was somebody. Print, maybe. I don't know about TV. TV may have come later. Like magazines and stuff. No. Must have been after. I think I got a C in graphic arts. I got a C in organic my first semester, and I think I got a C in graphic arts. I just didn't know what I was doing. I had no preparation for graphic arts or computer arts or modern art or any of whatever it was. I just couldn't start over again. Water and ink. What's his name? Forget. Edison. No. Well, no. I mean, I don't know. He did, I think, explain what topography was. Surface of the earth, kind of. Well, that's not a big one. What else can you do with the surface of the earth except find oil? Nothing else to do with it in this world. Probably. You can find caverns and hollow spaces and stuff. Well, you probably can on some depths, right? Well, there are rocks in the bottom too, aren't there? Look, I don't know. I did not have that concept. I thought it was a cool concept. Yeah, I thought it was very cool. I need more creamer. Maybe. What? Oh, I think I did somewhere. I'm gonna close this up. It's an hour and 11 minutes long.